Hello students, I am Dr. Ashalata Shankar Tirtha from JSS Arts, Science and Commerce College, Koka. I am here to express few words regarding the Romantic Age. It has been a syllabus prescribed to you by RCU University. So before just going to the topic, let us see the meaning of Romanticism. The term Romanticism has been variously defined by various writers. For example, Pater calls it as addition of strangeness to beauty. Walls defines it as the renaissance of wonder. Goethe, the German poet and a critic, contrasts Romanticism with Classicism and says Romanticism is a disease and Classicism is the health. So Romanticism is a withdrawal from the outer experience to concentrate upon the inner experience, says Abercrombie. Some says it is the reawakening of the Middle Age. So the Romantic poetry started soon after the French Revolution. The French Revolution, which began with the fall of the prison of Bastille on July 14, 1789, shook the very fabrics of the European feudalistic society and heralded the dawn of a new era, the era of democracy, and it began the dawn of the golden age for the mankind. So we have many literary characteristics of the particular age. So we have revival of the Elizabethan Romanticism. Elizabethans were the first romantics. Of the English Romantic movement also began in 1798 with the publications of the lyrical ballads, but it's a mistake to assign any definite date to it. The poets of the Romantic school, Wordsworth, Coleridge, Keats, Shelley, etc., were not to just do the first, they are not just the first romantics of England for the Elizabethan and literature. It is essentially romantic in spirit. So this French Revolution had these three things: liberty, equality and fraternity. So you see all those things in the particular literature. This has been one of the important character. Then we have the mystery, which has been a second characteristics of the particular age. So the mystery is the romantic spirit speaks the strange and the mysterious and reveals the wonder of the mystery in the supernatural, and Wordsworth revealed it in the he saw the mystery in some of the things. You see, most of the writers were mystical. It just governed as one of the characteristics of the age. Then we have the interest in the past. The Romantics sought to get away from the present reality and to find modes of deliverance from the dead weight of routine. So they looked to the past, for the past was remote from the present reality. It is remoteness and distance and enchantment to the panorama of life. The Romantics went back to Middle Ages. According to Pater, it is in the Middle Ages that were unworked sources of romantic effects of the strange beauty to be won by strong imagination out of the things alike to the Roman. So you see, this interest in the past made some of the writers to write about the past things. Particularly Keats, John Keats was more interested in the past history. Then we have love of the nature. So love of the nature has been one of the important characteristics. In love of the nature, you see, the romantics discovered a new thing. They discovered beauty, and nature was different to different persons. Wordsworth found the beauty in nature. He said, nature is a friend, guide, and a philosopher. So you see, the romantic poets were all lovers of the nature. They minutely observed nature in all her aspects and expressed in poetry their emotional reactions to beauty and magic. Wordsworth found peace and joy in nature. Shelley, an ardent and persuasive love, and Keats, a beauty philosopher. So Keats said, beauty is truth, truth beauty. Then we find the humanism as a literary characteristic. So humanism, it means they had great interest in the humanity and dealt with the lives of the common men and women. Their hearts overflow with a sympathy and love for the poor and the downtrodden people. They glorify the innocent and the simplicity of common man. They find the divine in the man, plead for his emancipation from all bondage. Then we have the next thing, love for elemental simplicities of the life. So this has been one of the important character, that is the love for the elemental simplicity of life. So they had a love for elemental simplicity of life. Their hearts overflow with a sympathy for the poor and the downtrodden. They find the divine for the man, plead for his emancipation from all the bondage, and they just worked for the people, and it has been very loving thing. Then we had the next character, that's freedom from imagination. Imagination is the cardinal characteristics of romanticism. It is freeing or unfettering of passions or emotions in arts and letters. It's a revolt against the old and useless conventions of art. You can see the primary imagination and the secondary imagination, which has been dealt by Coleridge, one of the greatest writer. The Romantic revival in 19th century England was a sharp reaction against neoclassical conventions of literature. Romanticism, generally speaking, is the expression in terms of art of sharpened sensibility and heightened imaginative feeling. So the next point is subjectivity and spontaneity. All romantic literature is subjective. It is an expression of the inner urges of the soul of the artist. The poet does not care for the rules and the regulations, but gives free expressions and the emotions. The emphasis is laid on the inspiration and observance of the set of rules. Romantic poetry is fanciful, introspective, and is often marked by extravagance. We have that spontaneity also. Spontaneity means the immediate overflow of the powerful feelings. Romantic poetry is spontaneous overflow of powerful passions. The romantic poet is gifted with a strong organic sensibility. He feels more than there is no feel and sees more than there is to see. When he is so excited, he sings in strains of unprecedented art. Poetry for him is not craft but inspiration. The poet does not care for the perfection of the form or clarity of expression. The result of this has been expressed, and he doesn't care for the obscurity. All is that whatever he feels is expressed immediately. So these are the interesting things. Of course, there are many other characters also. There is melancholy, love for the supernatural things, and their attitude towards the nature is different, and they remember the past things. Apart from that, there are some other like primitivism, picaresque, individualism, and new poetic form. These are other characteristics of the Romanticism. So there has been a greater influence of French Revolution on Romanticism. The French Revolution brings out the liberty, equality, and fraternity. The principle of equality has been admired during the French Revolution, greatly inspired the people all over Europe. Mankind was thought as one brotherhood. Thus, equality became a cardinal principle of social and political thought. Liberty was another significant thing in the French Revolution. It has been a revolt against the oppression of the feudal monarchy in France. The Bastille fortress, built during the 14th century, had become a symbol of oppression and exploitation. After the fall of this fort, that is the Bastille fort, it's the rise of the Wadsworth and Coleridge as an inaugural of the new dawn. The revolution have been seen as an impact on romantic poet of the new era. So in this way, Wordsworth and Coleridge started this romanticism with their lyrical ballads, which started the dawn of the romanticism. These are the interesting features of the particular romantic period that comes in the 19th century. Okay, thank you, students.